Okay, are you fucking stupid? Would you look at this? The Lord Captain himself is asking us to build rats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers. Quit turning off the heat and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. Oh, hell no, that's not the idea. Oh, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends. We're back, and I accidentally moved our ship a little bit. Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. Lady Abigail has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. Alright, what's going on? Oh dear, what's going on now? What's been going on?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
See, you are fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves. And I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
I hope you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior in your question just now insulting.
Oh, shut up. Are you satisfied
Your
with your
servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility, but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
The events that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad. It is just as natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here? At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and Anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I'm not in the habit of finding amusement. I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of my people. Just remember to keep your emotions in check.
Of your... whom? Ah, I see. You must already consider me part of your crew. Yes. Yes, of course, I shall strive to live up to your expectations, Lord Captain. And now I must excuse myself, for there are matters that I must see to in the Sanctum Navis.
Okay. Is there anything here? I don't know why it's... Back to the ridge. Well, let's talk to our crew about our new acquisition.
Lord Captain.
Oh, nope, okay.
Lord Captain.
So guessing nothing of note. All right, let's see what else. Let's see what's next. Okay, so we got your Act 5 done. So we have that. Prison planetoid. Let's head to Riot Majoris. Begin the scan. Okay. Head to the next place. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think you hear Master Warsarian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. Oh boy, what happened? What now? These are the antics of a This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. I apologize, sir, but I must speak with the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on this bridge to display a belligerence toward a higher-ranking officer will be logged in your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Riot requesting permission to speak on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. You may speak, but I will not tolerate this kind of conduct on my ship. Abelard, assign this lieutenant to appropriate punishment. Lieutenant, you have 1 minute to state your business. Yes, Lord Captain. Listen to my report and punish me as you wish. All that matters is that you hear me out. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks in order to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary, but I am convinced that this step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. No hurry to intervene without a typical huff. He glances at Sourback, who is standing apart from him, but she maintains a stony expression. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Wassarian, and to intervene in what's happening in the lower decks, because very soon we may very well have a mutiny or a massacre in our hands. There is an insurrection in the making aboard my ship, and no one has informed me. I would not deem it a problem worthy of the Rogue Trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we are still battling rumors of the hero who survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more. Needless to say, the rumors are baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with it. But on this ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo from the 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the Rogue Trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem he will disturb the Lord Trader with next. Perhaps he will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you the means to resolve this problem. You simply need to use them. If I may, your Lordship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solve this. How did this all start? The situation could boil over at any moment, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone... who had been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics had been found alive, but the search was brought tension between enforcers and the workers to a head. And where does Seneschal Wassarian come into all this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order into the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of the system is that of the Rogue Trader's attention. It is not distracted by trivial matters. I have always handled internal problems myself, so of course, when I received information about the cultist hide on lower decks, in hand, so long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valencius will find refuge on her ship. You were too far heavy-handed, Seneschal Wassarian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments in entire sectors. They have driven the people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passive supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. When I reported my concerns, the response I received was an order to dispatch the assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Master at Arms. Abelard, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I act within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. I urge Lord Captain to go down to the lower deck, stop the assault, and speak directly to the people. Master at Arms, your ship's enforcers report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vent, I respect the chain of command and realize it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. That being said, while I entirely share Master Wassarian's opinion on what fate Depot 4 deserves, I must note that this insubordination is a direct consequence of practices that he himself has introduced. Mr. Sourback, I see you have decided to follow the Lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does no credit. Sourback, explain yourself. The ship's regulations state that the Master of Arms is responsible for resolving all matters related to the ship's enforcers. It is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to Show partiality. Those enforcers and officers whom he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. I cannot deny Master Viserian's experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated an effective performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encourages disregard for hierarchy among your lordship's servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report an order from the Master-at-Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow, they will go to Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's order. I notice a pattern in these actions. Then, would you say that the Seneschal has singled you out from your peers in any way? I swear the Seneschal Viserian has never granted me any privileges, never once advocated for me, nor facilitated my promotions. Although he is the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place, he has offered me extensive guidance in my service, for which I grateful to him. And while not all my fellows receive such attention, I know that at least a dozen fine officers whom the Seneschal keeps in his sights to ensure that they continue to strive. To prepare new generations for the dynasty's servants, to instruct them, and to separate those with potential from those who have exhausted it. As my duty as Seneschal, this ship has bays worth of pilots, enforcers, officers, technicians, and stewards, whom I have raised personally. By the throne, every third person standing on this bridge right now was my student at one point. I see. Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame. I am certain the Seneschal was acting within his authority, but I will verify the soundness of his decisions for myself. Don't preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. An enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Lord Captain, I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your and the Seneschal's involvement. I consider it my duty to go to the depot for myself and see to the expedient resolution of this incident. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, what's the problem? Take that, scum! Oh, his fault. All of it! The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. They were shouting your name. The organization of the daily routine of the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks has been a cause of concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who has stood on the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. Whereas I'm the man whose name is attached to every order docking rations and lowering a base heating. Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Keep your wits about you.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you.
Alright. Lieutenant Then, my patience is wearing thin. I've given you an order now. Get out of the way. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am. This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action will be taken without my express permission. There is only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down. The first officer, the rogue traitor, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. Your Lordship! What's the situation? People have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant, I came here to lead an investigative unit, and what do I see? Rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads. And you, then, are to step away from facing charges yourself. We encountered some locals on our way here, and I want to speak with the strikers. Allow me to wish you good luck.
I always have a backup plan.
Well, Lord Captain, you'll come down to us. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain? Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here. With that one there, with that lieutenant that passed. Our plans are all inside the bays that have been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. Sure, there are some people who've had just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen. A death blood at which just arrived. No wonder folks are lashing out. So, what is troubling you? Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship. All we're doing is asking questions. Saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for the batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to hold bays for a week or at a time. So we get sick and freeze. And my clan, 2 little ones, died from the inflammation in their lungs. All because of those enforcers. It's all true. But it's the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. Here are they who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amid ships and has no fellow feeling for us. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, or servants. You plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly. And now you've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. This persecution started apropos of nothing you said? I was told that one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet, and that there are heretics hiding here. A cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If that was something evil forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not. If there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for this amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector. That's for sure. When that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with. Nobody's ever tread these decks boots so fine. I can tell you that. It seems to me these folks have better commanders than us. The boots really were fine. There was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor. When we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large reformed transformers in the servant order. The same way my grandfather has taught for 100 years, and I keep faith. And children, weren't you taught from an early age about the danger of the arch enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? You were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I had my 3rd little one. That is regrettable. But I cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of the amulet you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not here, or the scavenger who brought that evil down on himself and his neighbors? My lord, do you have anything to add? I authorize the use of all necessary measures to locate Chaos worshippers hiding in the center. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me. Nevertheless, I'm certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedores. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. Sourbeck, was it really necessary to torture these people with cold? The rabble understands only one language, Rook Captain, that of violence. As to regulations, should the laborers persist in their unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which can most certainly restore order. The Indians can grumble all they want, but in the end, they are a source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for punitive measures will disappear. Okay, are you fucking stupid? Would you look at this? The Lord Captain himself is asking us to build rats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers. Quit turning off the heat and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. Oh, hell no, that's not the idea. Oh, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Old man, they'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers in the upper decks, too. As weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day is out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop passing us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who rob the cultists' bodies, and we'll talk to them. One lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these moves will be honest even harder than before. All we got to do there is speak out. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step toward embracing chaos. Putting weapons in untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands, and we will consider the rest. Old man, listen. Listen! Lord Captain has come down himself has come down to us and is offering concessions. I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Act now. Now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old man. The three clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made up our minds. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against two clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. Great, just fantastic. Lord Captain, we are all agreed. Then it's decided. Persecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Thank you, Lordship. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You gave yourself in some thing. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Yes, I am very great. Of course, Your Lordship, we'll root out any nasty business faster than the forces, and leave no stone unturned. Well, dude, I'm sorry, Abelard, I know you're not giving me sass. You're not giving me sass right now. If you had been simply doing your damn job, we wouldn't even need to be down here. If you had been keeping an eye out on everything, we wouldn't even need to be down here in the first place. Yoink. Alright. I have an urgent matter to discuss with Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble. You believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by culprits, the rabble will welcome them with open arms and allow them wreak havoc, whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Valencia's Protectorate? Let's talk about your role in all this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your action practically guaranteed it would. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene. Remember Lord Captain Theodora? Do you think she ever set one slippered foot in the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers that she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate. With a true strategy to road crater all right. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have had wound up dead. There is a new Lord Captain aboard the ship now, and I will not repeat her mistake. I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of the Von Valencia's Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create our order out of anarchy. They create impulse. Well, that creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known. Everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods, to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that I had to build over the years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what's happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving, because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out by the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and had functioned fully for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess for requirements. We make things abundantly clear here. You are left on your own to do things. And things spiraled out of control. If I won't make the same mistake. It's just as important to me. Prioritize procedures. Theodora trusted in established procedures, and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the Von Valencia's Protectorate with me, stop living in the past. Yes, Lord Captain. Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. See to it that we don't have this mistake again. For the Lord, for the God. Yeah, this is something that could have easily been avoided. Yeah, this is something that could have easily been avoided. Ugh. Okay. To the map we go. Alright. Onward. Scan. The Ricatophilia. Planetoid homeworld. Prism planetoid. And so what are we doing here again? I need to remind myself. Prism planetoid. Okay, that's gonna be on Ricatophilia. Found somewhere in the system. Alright. Let's go to the prison planetoid. Alright. Goods. Yoink!
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Pause. Come in. Come in, escort. This is Captain Zakari. Escort, please come in. Oh boy. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saints' teeth, I thought you'd never come. I am rogue trader Nicias von Valencius. Now introduce yourself. At once! Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of the House Winterscale and the pilot of this shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting His Lordship von Valencius. I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrich von Van Calix. Is he here, perhaps? Unless he is one of the prisoner's guards, and it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There is nothing else anyone else could have used to reach this place. I have no time for long-winded talks. Brief me on the situation ahead, and do be concise. Reporting. There's been a prison riot on the planetoid, led by the prison warden himself. My lord Evane Winterscale, son of rogue trader Caligus Winterscale, went to parley with them. Warden himself is spearheading the riot. Yes. No one expected this. Master Casteglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal of House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed the Ricati prison, the Ricati Philia, is now his personal domain, and prisoners were his subjects, and he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of man would start a revolt on a barren rock? Why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents? It's a personal matter. Master Casteglia, though a seditious warden, is Lord Evane's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first winter scale in my memory who prefers to talk first, rather than shoot and slash. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he won't back down. I pray to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I don't like this place. Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason against House Darcelio. So why did the noble Lethane rush to save someone who had betrayed his house? Wants a friend to give one the right to make such inexcusable mistakes? Is there anything else I should be apprised of before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mind the entrance, so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. We have no more questions. You may excuse yourself, pilot. Your lordship, if I have a minute of your time, I would never have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but situation. In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Manoris yet? I wondered if you saw a man there, communicating by the name of Jaspar. I have not yet been to Rykad Manoris, so know nothing of this officer's fate. It's a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool from harm. Thank you for your time, Lordship. Okay. Disarm the trap.
Duty prevails.
It has been vacant for a long time. Alright. Off we
I
go.
always keep my options open.
We should deal with this. I feel my age when fighting alongside such young warriors.
Alright.
Indeed. While I have my navigator skills to call upon, you are, statistically speaking, far more likely to perish in battle. Oh, I mean, that came out wrong.
Unexpected result.
Look here.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Alright. Everyone form up.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Alrighty. We got some goods. Prison Diary of Asishan. Alright.
I'll make an example out of you!
All of you will bleed!
Alright. You have been ambushed.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Why did I not foresee this?
I'm here, maggot.
Ow.
Show me what you've got.
Don't let your guard down.
Right?
I'll
Grenade.
see to it personally. I'll make it happen. Who if not me? On it.
I've suffered worse.
Death to the weak! Chaos guides me!
Alright. Unit safety, Katia.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
We'll pause it there.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I'm done. Give it another
Faith
go.
without deeds is worthless.
Are you serious?
Out of my way!
High momentum.
I will do my duty.
Go for it.
No matter the cost. My place is at the fore. Victory is one fewer task. At your beck and call. It will be done.
Now do it. Alright. Let's get a move on.
It's as good as your end was inevitable.
Right? Cover. Like that. And then we will
I'm
give
not
Abelard.
accustomed to being ordered around.
I will do my duty.
That's it.
If I may,
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. It will be done. Indeed.
Death to non-believers!
High momentum.
What is this foreboding?
I have
Yeah,
read
let's get you
tomes
out
of
of-
military tactics.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Alright. Now go.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done. Reduced to dust!
There we go.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Alright. Looting all the bodies. Take my ass-kicking fee. Over here. Yoink. Okay, we got a new pistol. We have another pistol, which I believe would be perfect for him. Okay, so yeah. So that's more, but it gives me an option for. So okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swap out the sword. And we will need to give her some extra way of defending herself, just in case. Ooh, tactical goggles. Quick chance and quick chance. We'll hold off on that for now. What's this? Ooh, chainmail. Yoink. Here. Fine. Oh, this entire time I had Spotify on. God damn it. Okay. All right. So we've got what we need here. So let's look around. Inspect the poster.
I've read about this.
Examine a wall behind it. Ooh. Trophy trophies for packages cargo. Cool, cool. And what else we got in here? Alright.
Is there money to be made?
Sometimes, I wonder to what extent our perception of the Empyrean differs.
Ooh, I'm glad that I never have to look at it. No offense, Cass, but I'll do just fine without an eyeball in the middle of my forehead.
What is this? Severed human body parts. Flesh have been thoroughly washed of any blood.
The premonition runs true.
Within the sense, blood forces of chaos. Oh, great. The chaos cultists.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
That wasn't so difficult.
The dawn is nigh. The ultimate will guide us to a new existence. Uh-oh. Brethren, have a taste of my steel. While I'm blocking it, my dear brethren. Uh-oh. Thank the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. So, Lord Captain, the look of this maritime one hardly inspires trunks. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot. But well, sitting out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join in the festivities, so we had to, play along. That's all it was, play. We never meant no offense to Government Medina, nor to the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Can't say. We just want to wait until everything blows over, and we can go back to ourselves and quietly do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. The low-born speech is mottled with colors that conceal his true darker hues. This old man has a long history of lies, and he's using his wiles on us as well, but I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. Tell me more about the warden and the riot. Why soil your tongue talking about that heretic? But if you insist, here's how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castiglia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, a punch and chompers from the guards, work again. But the new one, do you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. But the 9 devils, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. I've got to remember, in 40k, things are not great. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit it with the teeth punching. The warden forbade them. Instead, the overseer started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry, and 3-less pickaxes harder and whatnot. And then, would you believe it, they put together a list of best workers. And if someone on that list had showed good behavior, that's when they get promoted to an optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Or that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided it's the optimates, not the guards who should be in charge of punishments. And it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work. It was the optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when these goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards aren't even in the same league as our dear fellows, the optimates. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking a week, and now we're lucky if it was only 50. And that wasn't even the end of it. Warden Castiglia moved out of his chambers to live right in a quarry under the dome. And I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting wireless things like the optimates are saints who will behold the truth. And he started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, wouldn't recognize them. More beast than man. They were butchering people left and right, even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them. That's the whole sob story. But I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. The old codger's right. Whenever nobles started giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. I mean it with all due respect, your lordship. No offense intended. If I spare you, what do I gain from it? How can lowly jailbirds hope to thank your noble self? Ironically, you see, us here, we're... How should I put this? Different from the rest of the prisoners in this place. They're all petty thieves from Recavenorus, debtors, gutter snipes. Now we, your nobleness, are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Why don't we tell you we're on Footfall Station? You know, Footfall, the only shipyard in the best market in the Corona's expanse. Yeah, so, we're on Footfall, you can find some very serious, business-minded people. And you can get yourself a very special discount from them on some very special goods. What kind of very serious people? The most serious kind of nobleness. Have you heard about the Fellowship of the Void? It's the largest pirate alliance in the Expanse. There is no leader, of course, but there are some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throats over loot was, what do you call it, counterproductive. But cutting throats together, that's anti-counterproductive. Okay. And, well, their joint efforts leave them with an excess of spoils, so they need to dispose of it somehow. And I, your nobleness, just happen to know someone who handles such things of dealings on behalf of those very serious people. Very well. I shall spare you. Well, that's so great to hear, your nobleness. Just great. Now, there's a true aristocrat, not that warden creep. Now then, your nobleness, where was I? If you're ever on Footfall Station, there's this district there. The Shadow Quarters, it's called. That's because it's located behind the statue of the Holiest Emperor. I've known folks who called it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Reverend Hieronymus wasted no time finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall. The Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there, built into the remains of an old ship. And in the bar, in the back room, a certain Riot does her business. Till her grandpa back falls, says hello. He'll be her favorite client in the blink of an eye. There we are, your noble. Well, there we are. Well, your noblest, we go on now, if you don't mind. I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the warden's henchmen. Go, tell my pilot that it is the Lord Captain's order that you be sent to my ship. You join my ship's crew. You have a personal pardon as a road trader. Thanks. We are most grateful for your nobleness. Alright. Head and open this up. Ooh, what do we got here? We got an axe. Wood. Okay, so it's not as good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're getting a lot of good stuff for selling. And we're gonna pick up this. Beans. And we have level up. Alright, so we're gonna go with we'll give my ballistic skills a kick in the pants. Yeah, we'll do that. Next. we'll give you an agility boost. We'll do better to die for the Emperor, since he's going to be in the line of fire a lot. Let's see here. We'll go with sensory deprivation. And then we'll give him an awareness boost. Okay. Increase your ballistic. You know what? We'll give you a strength boost. No heresy. We'll do that. Air of Authority. Resolve. We'll do that. We'll do Glimpse of Fate. Do Eye of Oblivion. Perfect. Alright. Moving on. Bridge. That takes us all the way back. Okay.
The Whispers told me how.
To the Warden's office.
Cast your eye.
Grab all that. Oh. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is the Diviner's staff. Okay, I see. Consign. Okay. What does consign do? Okay, so no, we're not gonna do that. Bow hammer. And we are going to. So the dead shot's got it's better than that, but you could definitely use it. Alright. Then we're going to give him the cape, since he's going to be using a lot of Endure. And then we're going to give her this. Give her additional Fellowship. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. So we can do that. We're gonna do this. Yeah, that works a little bit better. Alright. Back to the main level we go.
I always have a backup plan.
To the pit we go. Oh boy. This isn't good. Open the door, please.
That wasn't so difficult.
Got a cave.
Over.
Yes, I think it was killed by poison gas.
Keep your wits about you.
I told you, Evie, they are hiding so much from us. Arrogant mentors, holy brothers and sisters. What have they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless admonitions. But Aurora, she is different. She spoke with me that no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. You just stop struggling for 1 minute. What? You have guests from the Von Valencia ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you will have to wait. Do not faint, I beg. It's important that you feel everything, including your other eye. Oh boy. Such dreadful shades clouding this place. They are putrescent to the core. These people, because they're oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. Step away from the hostage at once. Hostage? How rude! Young Winterscale is my guest and dearest friend. He came here himself to visit his old acquaintance and have a heartfelt talk, and I am merely showing him some appropriate hospitality to commemorate our reunion. How dare you, contemptible peasant! For every drop of noble blood you spill, you will pay 100-fold more. That poor fool, and knew nothing good would come from his naive attempt at negotiating with heretics. However, Vane appears to still be alive, and make haste and might yet save him. Having a sound of House Winterscale that would be certainly beneficial. Definitely. I'm here to quell Riot, but he is far from diplomatic. The time towards us pass. Optimus, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth, or become awash in his blood.
This will be your downfall.
Oh.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Alright, so we need... So, keep me here, that's fine. As for Abelard... You go right here. Idira. You go right here. Argenta. Go here. And that's it, you go over here.
Let's get to it!
My fate shields me!
Chaos guides me!
I'll see to it personally.
Cold shot should.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
And then we're doing the tactics.
I'll make it happen.
Damn it.
I serve the ruinous powers! Death to the weak!
Hate cleanses the body!
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. Indeed. One fewer target.
Impact.
Chaos guides me! Out of my way!
Reduced to dust.
Boom.
Death to non-believers!
Ow.
Chaos guides me! I serve the ruinous powers!
Isn't this a job for the
Argenta?
serfs?
I'll do it! As the Emperor commands, I act.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna
Emperor,
be cheeky.
give me strength.
And then lidless there. That way.
Witness the fury of House Orselio.
I'll do it.
Done.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Now let's get you the hell out of here.
I'll do it.
Now, Idra. You will take on. You will focus your fire on these guys.
I know what is to come. Was it you? Or... But of course.
Computer deprivation. Voting. That.
Here we go.
In the ashes I will rise.
I'll see to it personally. I am ready for whatever comes.
Here. Open fire. Wow.
Here's my perfect moment.
Seriously?
I'll make it happen.
Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me!
Who if not me?
Oh, you've gotta be kidding me!
Death to the weak.
At your beck and call.
Oh, okay, he got some. So he's got backup now. Oh, so he's back over here.
I will do my duty. I'm not interested.
Chaos guides me.
Ow. Okay, I think I see what we need to do.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
First, let's make sure to give them as few people as we can.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Right? Let's get you to. Let's get you to
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Anything else? That is not my destiny. Will do. Anything else?
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
Out of my way!
Can I fall back now?
You destroyed your own shit. Alright. Abelard, you
A
go
tactically
tend
sound
to
approach.
the Thister.
Let's patch you up.
Injuries will not slow me.
Alright, gonna get to cover.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Who if not me? It's as good as done.
Alright.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Guided by faith!
You take out this holy lens over here, unholy lens over here.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Done?
Doubt is for the weak.
Seriously? How could you miss?
High momentum.
On it.
Deprivation.
Cover me.
Move down.
Anything else?
Use your lightning. And then give me some forewarning.
Let's make it quick.
Miss.
Death to non-believers.
My place is at the fore. At your beck and call. Pour von Valencius!
Alright.
It will be done. Grey hair, sure hair. Victory is an exemplary strike. It will be done.
Let's see if we can't take out the sniper.
On it.
For fuck's sake.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
But of course. Anything else?
By the light of of holy terror.
On it.
Haha, nice try. Alright, now, can we kill this fucker, please?
I'll make it happen.
For fuck's sake! Run and gun! Please!
Who if not me?
For God's sake!
Chaos guides me.
I will do my duty. Indeed. Target well struck.
That's fine, that opens up. That boat opens us.
If I may,
Okay.
if only that were possible.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Try to get a little closer. So you can you just... Of course you're out of range.
Was that you? Or
Elmo wine.
Alright. I'm starting to get very tired of this fucker up in this guy here. What we're gonna need to do...
Let's make some opportunities.
We're going to put ourselves in danger.
I'll make it happen.
For God's sake!
I serve the ruinous powers.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Me? If you insist,
Right.
Lord Captain.
Now
On
please
it.
kill him!
Another enemy down.
For fuck's sake. I am tired of him.
I am a
Keep
navigator,
buffing
not a
our agenda,
servitor.
please.
Step
You need to
aside.
get a little bit
The
closer.
navigator is coming.
Doubt is for the weak.
they who discern the future on the
Okay.
battlefield.
Shit! shit! Did I accidentally kill her? Please don't tell me I accidentally killed her. Please don't tell me I accidentally killed her.
Will do.
That would not be fun.
Anything else?
Hold on.
She did always want to be a
fuck?
monster.
I don't need luck. I have strategy. It's as good as... This defense is a good offense.
Okay, we're done.
I'll see to it.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
At your beck and call.
There we go.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Farewell.
No! Okay, good.
Mention that
She's
my
not dead.
whispers tell
They're not dead.
jokes.
Fantastic.
Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle. Talk about black comedy.
I don't believe we've been properly introduced. Yvain Winterscale of Kronos. Greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visited Iraq 5, the station was awash in the midst of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul, for he whose presence makes the world a lighter brighter, a little brighter deserves no less. Lady Cassia, I presume, the sacred child of House Orcelio. How disgraceful it is that on the day that we finally meet time, I find myself not at my best. There is no disgrace to predict with Lord Winterscale. Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful and tragic circumstances. Conserve your strength. You are wounded and need help. Wounded? I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This is my first time. Can't say I recommend the procedure. What have they done to you? The warden, my friend. I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy. That's why I had to try. I must take my leave. I will see to it that assistance is provided to you, and that you are escorted from here. Okay. Time to collect my ass kicking bees. Alright. Alright, so what do we have here? Got a noble sword. That might work better in his hands. Or not. But her. This will work better in her hands. Then we'll give her the chainsword. And give her the stub revolver. Give her the pistol. Yeah. Body glove. For this.
I won't compromise my principles.
That is foolishness.
All right. Think we're good. Let's examine what these unholy lenses were about. You're certain of what troubles you. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in the Imperium Saint? It cannot be. I see it too. Another thing in her study was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? It's a mistake. Slander been meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of the arch enemy murdered Lord Captain Theodore, and now it will not be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come now, Avalon. Remember what she was like? Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone head first into a black hole if she thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else out of the expanse. We could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. How better it is to know that you were born from mad blood. We do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Oh, great. So we were So our heir was consorting with chaos. Fantastic. Before you say glorious creatures, a dubious trinket when you no longer see a person. You see bad blood and annoying ignorance. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of betting the arch enemy. A person who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you people selected them a heretic to call it today? Except dear friend, you remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset, you just gave up on her and moved on. Idira is right. It is too soon to cast the accusations of heresy. He says, don't be naive. Theodora kept an unsanctioned witch by her side like a pet. Do you really believe she would think twice about crossing the line in other ways? Yeah, but that's not what we're here for right now. Alright. Like that. There's another snub revolver. Which is better than our last pistol, than our precise last pistol. So we'll grab that. Back we go. Your lordship, rebellion has been crushed. I have news of your lord. But does the Warhammer still alive? Is he alive? He is alive but badly wounded. Help my people get him to my ship. It will be done immediately. Thank you for letting me know, your lordship. No more questions. Alright. Back to the void ship we go. Well, that was harrowing. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual, but the servitors can deal with the special. It orders change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freezes if in a chance. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitator calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. Do not take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Oh, don't start, old man. All those peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to it all, so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated, or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's tasks considerably more difficult. And High Factotum, Janus, would like to discuss how he should deal with the affected property. He's waiting your audience on the bridge. Alright. So we will... How do I leave the bridge? How do I leave? Ah, that's the bridge. There we go. And I think this is a good place to stop for the night. With a prison riot quelled, and some uncomfortable truths potentially brought to light. Let's see if there's anything that's gonna start us with by just immediately going back to the bridge. Okay. So yeah. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it for here. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I hope you all stay safe out there, okay?
Oh.